Let's review the Darwin study questions. Number one, what is Darwin's basic thesis here about human beings? The basic thesis is that human beings evolved like every other living thing. So that human beings are related to the rest of nature, that we share a common ancestor with all other living things, and that we are not human beings, the result of a special, distinct act of creation, as the biblical account would say. It's not like God or anyone else said, let there be man, and there was man. Or let there be human beings, and there were human beings. No, we emerged gradually out of other previous forms of life. So all of maybe the basic thesis about human beings is that everything that evolution says about other living things also applies to human beings. We are not special in that respect. Number two, how does Darwin explain the high level of intelligence and moral capabilities of human beings? The first question, the question of, well, we are different, right, from other creatures. We are much smarter. We have the capacity to reason, all that goes along with it. How do you explain that in evolutionary terms? Darwin doesn't think that's very difficult a question. He regards it simply as a difference in intelligence, level of intelligence. His idea that animal intelligence and human intelligence are the same, it's just that we have a lot more of it. So clearly that is the result of evolution. High intelligence has a value in terms of the struggle for existence. So it would seem to be a feature of our species that we developed over time because it helped us to survive and reproduce. So it's not that difficult to account for, he thinks. It's the moral capabilities that are more difficult, and that's what he lays out in more detail in the reading. Basically saying if you presume that human beings have social instincts and you combine that with high intelligence, it's almost inevitable that you're going to get a moral creature. And he gives the example of, we have social instincts, do for others. I don't know where they came from, we just have them, he says. But we also have selfish ones, and of course, sometimes we do things that are antisocial. We do things that are selfish. And but we're also capable of memory, right? We have very high intelligence. So after this selfish act, which goes against our social instincts, has occurred, we remember it. We relive it in our minds, and then our social instincts kick in during that memory of the selfish act and make us uneasy and unhappy. And he says that's the origin of conscience. So for Darwin, the emergence of us as moral beings was pretty much inevitable when you combined our social instincts with our high intelligence. Number three, if human beings are the result of evolution, what implications are there for the meaning of human existence? This is just a reference to what he says at the end, which is essentially that he balks, he hesitates, and he thinks everyone does, in saying that we as a species are just an accident in nature, that all the things that we value about ourselves, especially our moral capabilities and our high intelligence, are just the chance results of biological evolution. Could have gone another way. There's no reason that we have moral capabilities. There's no reason that we have the capacity to think logically. There's no reason that we're here. It's all seems to be just a result of chance and maybe a happy accident that we exist. But that this goes to certain philosophical questions and theological questions about the ultimate meaning of human existence, which Darwin says we hesitate to say. We hesitate to accept that there is no fundamental purpose to human existence. But boy, that does seem to be where the theory points to. It does seem to undermine traditional ideas about human purpose and the ultimate meaning of human existence.